Good afternoon. Thank you for taking a few moments with me in the Word. I love Matthew chapter 4:4, which in the King James says, "But he answered and said, It is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of God." In the Passion, it says it just a little bit different. He answered, the scriptures say, "Bread alone will not satisfy, but true life is found in every word which constantly goes forth from God's mouth." And so we are designed to live by the word that is constantly coming out of our Father's mouth. He is constantly speaking. And we need to understand it is in our born again DNA to hear the voice of God. John chapter 10 lets us know that his sheep know his voice. And first of all, if you're saying you don't hear the voice of God or you can't hear his voice, stop it. You can hear his voice. You were created to hear his voice. You were created for relationship. But he knows how to speak to someone so that they can hear and understand him clearly. He knows how to meet someone right where they're at. When you think about a little child and you're wanting to communicate something to them, you love them so much and you want them to understand it, that you will make sure that you say it in a way that they can understand it and hear it clearly. Another example I like to use is I had an aunt who was deaf. She's in heaven now and she's hearing perfectly. But I wanted to communicate to her and she would want to communicate to me. And I don't know sign language, but she could read lips if I would speak slow enough and pronounce my words well enough. And so I would do that to be sure that she could understand what I was saying so I could communicate to her. Now with her being deaf, then that threw her speech off. But she would do what she needed to do to make sure that I could understand what she was saying. Why would we spend time doing that? Because we love each other and we wanted to communicate to one another. Well, how much more your Father who loves you? He knows how to speak to you so that you will hear him and so that you will understand what he's saying. And it's important for us to believe that because we are the ones who are called and have the invitation to live by every word that proceeds out of the mouth of God. I love you. I look forward to being with you again on Wednesday.